Well, hey there, guys. It's Joe again with Your Local Farmer. And, well, it's now official. I am now a beekeeper, or a bee rancher, as I like to say. I've got this little green box down here. Had a wonderful guy. His name is Okan. And Okan helped me out. He heard that I was trying to get into bees, and he says, let me set you up with some. And all I can say is I have never met such a wonderfully nice guy. Just did it because he wants to see the community grow. That's it. I said, can I pay you anything? He says, nothing. I said, tell you what, I'll do you one better. I will set somebody else up too. And he goes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. And so this is just amazing. Let's just say there's a community of beekeepers. And I was telling him, heck, I'm not even trying to get into beekeeping for profit or anything like that. It's always just, I got to say, guys, beekeeping is always something that's just kind of happened in the background for us. We've been in agriculture for a long time, and we've worked with beekeepers and stuff, but it was never something we did. We always just hired it out. So they were, people that we'd met, we'd seen, we know them, we operate with them. Hell, I've seen them check hives and all sorts of stuff like that. I'm not saying I know how to do it. I've just seen it done. So today's the day, by the way. He brought this hive over. It's a transport hive. It's insulated, and then it's got little doors on it and stuff, so you can just close it up, and it's completely solid. The bees can't get out, so he can travel around with the bees inside of it. Well, he's got a sport utility vehicle. Wouldn't that be hilarious if it opened up and they were flying around inside of his vehicle with him? But here's my over there. There you go. There's my hive. I'm going to set it up right now with a feeder, and then we're going to see about opening it up and putting the frames of brood from that case into that one, and we'll see how this goes. Either I get stung a bunch or I don't. I don't know. We'll find out. You guys are kind of learning along with me because this is my first time, and hopefully it goes okay. So wish me luck. All right, so before we go anywhere, I just want to show you here. Here's my hive. Man, you can see the little guys flowing in and out. I didn't realize this. Most of these hives, and I'll show you this one over here. You see there's just a little tiny opening in that little slot there. There's a little bar, and I'd have to take it out to show you it, and I don't want to do that right now. But there's a small opening, a medium opening, and then of course you can just take the bar out, and then the whole thing is an opening. And I didn't realize, not only do you have to view it as how warm is it, and generally when it's warm you have all of the bar open and then closed up as it gets cooler, and then when it's really cold out you just have the little tiny opening. But I also didn't realize it also has to do with the size of your colony. So I only have a small colony in that green box right now, and that's why, of course, you only got a little bit of an opening there. Here's another thing too. If you see those little pellets, look, there's some pellets. That's actually pollen. It's just a crumbled package of pollen, or a package of crumbled pollen. God, I can't speak today. And the last couple of days, I've left a little pile for them just outside their door. And in the morning it'd be gone. And so a day later I'd put a little pile there, and in the morning it'd be gone. Well, it was a bigger pile, but this time I left a pile over there and a pile over here. Now one of them's gone, but they haven't cleaned up the other pile yet. So that tells me, what it tells me and is that I think they have plenty of food out here. Now, okay, this is just a grass field. It's actually oats. And obviously oats are not pollinated by bees. But right over there, that's cucumbers. And those are pollinated by bees. And although you can't see them, just over this hill is strawberries. Just over that way is blueberries, raspberries, or I should say blackberries and boysenberries over there. And currants are even a little further that way. So we got plenty of stuff over there. And then just over the top of this hill, just down the other side, is going to be my is our pumpkin ground, and those aren't even going to be blooming for another 3 to 4 weeks. So these guys should have pollen galore for the next several months. Oh, and one last thing, guys, before I get going. if anybody sees this video, I want you to understand something. I want to make it completely clear. I have never been a beekeeper. So if I open my mouth and I say something that's just really stupid, and if you're a beekeeper, especially if you're a beekeeper, throw me a comment down below. But please, folks, just remember, I'm learning. Okay, so I think I know how this is done. But if you see something and you go, you know what, you said, you know, bees always turn to the right, and I know for a fact they don't. They turn to the left. You know, just say it. I'll be the first one to admit I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, guys, I'm learning, and that's what's so much fun. I love to learn. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get my stuff on here. I'm gonna fire up my GoPro camera, and let's see if we can get stung today. All right. Well, we think we're ready to go. I got my veil on. I got my little smoke can. I think it's working. It fell out of the back of a RTV here the other day, and it appears that it got bent in some way. So we'll see how this works. Either we'll figure it out, or we won't, I guess. Okay. All right, so that comes off. We got an inner cover here. This comes off. We got a piece of insulation here. It's gonna come off. There we go. Oh, look, we got some beautiful little bees in here. I'm gonna show you guys here real soon what this looks like, but let me see, I gotta count the frames here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I've got a 10 frame hive here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to take out 2 of these frames because I need 10 total. That's it, 10 total. Okay, so 2 out. Now, these guys look really just happy as can be right here. I don't think I have any smoke. Oh well. I don't think it's doing anything for me. I don't think it's hurting me. I've got a little tool here called a hive tool. Let me see. I'm going to... I don't even know what this is. Oh, that's just a backing plate. So they have an extra. Okay. Let's insert this. Okay. There's my first frame. I'm just going to slide it over. Take a look. There's bees. Hi guys, how you doing? Come on over to my hive. Okay. Here you go. One frame. I'm looking for the queen as I go here, guys. If I see her, I might point her out to you. In the meantime, we're just going to town. Oh, I gotta tell you guys, this is kind of cool. These frames are heavy. You can tell they are going to town because these frames are physically heavy when you pick them up. Okay. Go. Just chugging along. I got a few flyers here. I don't know if they're out to harass me or they're just doing their thing. I can't quite tell. Okay, haven't seen the queen yet, but I haven't been looking too terribly hard yet. I hear that she's marked with a red dot. Okay, we're down to 2 frames. That's it. We're almost ready. We're almost done. Now, as you can see here, oh, I might have ticked them off there, guys. I haven't seen the queen yet, but I haven't been looking for her too hard. left to go. Again, haven't seen the queen, but she's got to be in here. I mean, by definition, the queen is in here. So, what am I going to do here? Let me see here. I'm going to do this. I am going to pull out a frame, stick another frame in here, gently. There you go. Okay, that was a little touch and go there for a second. All right, guys. Well, that's kind of it. That went better than I thought it would. Haven't been stung yet. Let me do this. Thank God I haven't been stung yet. I'm going to pick this up. There's a dummy frame. Okay, let me pick this up. I'm going to see about getting these guys down here into the box. Actually, what I'm going to do is this, guys. I'm just going to set this box down like so. They will find the queen. They'll come get her. Okay? There they are. Put down in, little guy. Okay? Put the lid on like so. The inner. So this is called the inner cover. And then I got the top cover. There we go. There we go. Okay. So let's see what we do here, guys. Oh, top cover's not all the way down yet. There we go. All right. Well, that went, like, really well. I mean, that went, like, exceedingly well. I'm going to call that a win-win-win-win. Okay. Here we go. And, you know, there's a whole bunch of bees over here. And, boy, are they checking out. They're checking out everything. Let me do this here, too. All of this material, and I'll tell you guys right now, this is where my lack of knowledge is going to show through. It appears that all of this material has the smell of their queen on it. And so I'm going to leave it all here for a day. Just kind of here to, essentially here to air out, if you will, okay? And like I said, I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. But as I understand it, 90% or a bunch of their abilities, their senses, are built around smell. You know, they kind of like, they smell their queen kind of thing. And so I got to tell you guys, the big thing for me is I want to make sure that all of the items that smell like their queen are over there next to that hive so that they can get into the hive. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Now that I just thought about it, maybe what I need to do is to take all this extra items and take them away, because the problem I was having, I noticed there was a cloud of bees. I don't know, is that such a thing as a cloud of bees? A swarm of bees, and they were right here where the hive used to be. And I don't think, all the foragers that are out there gathering pollen and whatnot, I don't know if they're back here looking for their queen in that brown box yet, that wooden box. So for right now, I'm just going to kind of leave things be. Leave them be, get it? Yeah, I got to tell you, this is amazing. These guys here, this is... in our neck of the woods, we've got what we call yellow jackets. Just a little, as people call them, an asshole with wings. And they'll sting you just to sting you, just because. And it's just amazing. These are honeybees, Not to mention, the guy that I've been working with, this Ocon, has been telling me, he says these are specifically bred to be very docile. And, or that, that people are breeding them for their docility. Is that a thing? Anyways, so it's just amazing that they are. Here I am. I'm in a swarm of bees. Nobody's stinging me. Nobody's even trying. Heck, they aren't even on me. I haven't even had a single one land on my veil yet. It's almost like they just really don't care. So, kind of cool. Kind of cool. We got a lot of stuff going on here in the next couple of days, guys. Having to do with, making sure that this hive is doing well. That the hive is doing well. Everybody's good. The hive is surviving, the whole bit. So I'll keep you guys informed as to what's going on. All right, guys. Well, that went about as good as I could have expected it to. I got all 10 frames in there. They fit in there nice and snug. Seem to be doing okay. I don't see an awful lot of activity next to the entrance right now, but there's another part to this whole situation is that if you see that little glass jar that I've got right there, that little glass jar is full of sugar water. So what I did last night is I took equal parts sugar and water, threw them in a pot, boiled them good and hard, and dissolved the sugar completely in the water. And then, of course, you have that little feeder there. Tell you what, let me flip the camera around. We'll go take a look at it. Okay, so keep in mind, guys, I've got no gear on here whatsoever. But now you see that little glass jar feeder, so that's sugar water. And anyhow, it's I have a sneaking suspicion that there is a ton of activity inside that box going in and out of that feeder. I don't know, because I'm not going to go open the box right now and check, especially with no gear on. But who knows? Maybe I'll be one of those guys that works bees with no gear. I think you guys know that there's bee suits that you can wear and not get stung. But I don't know. I may not be one of those guys that wears one. I hear, by the way, that there's kind of two schools of thought. Here in the Northwest, we have beekeepers. And in fact, we've got a lot of beekeepers. But we are not an area that's well known for bee breeding. Let's put it that way. And so, although, as I told you guys, I'm not an expert in this, it appears that there are essentially two different trains of thought, if you will. Thought number one is we need locally sourced queens so that they are adapted to our environment and that they throw out offspring that are adapted to our environment. Okay? Thought process number two is, you know what, bees will adapt to pretty much any environment they're in regardless. If they're too hot, they'll find a way to ventilate, and if they're too cold, they'll try to insulate themselves and be warmer. And the bigger issue really has to do with the fact that you're looking for bees with a very good temperament. And I have to tell you guys, I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. It's just that's what I seem to be picking up, is that one train of thought is that we need bees that are adjusted to our environment. The other one is that to heck with the environment, they'll take care of themselves. We're looking for bees that with an extremely calm demeanor and won't sting. So, or tend not to sting. You can always get them to sting you if you're, go and mess with them enough. Anyhow, let's go take one more look here. Let's see what kind of activity's right next to the doorway. All right, so let me do this. I'm just knelt down here next to the box. I'm just going to continue to zoom in. There you go. Let's see what kind of... So we got some guys going in. Not seeing a lot of outbound bees. But I'm okay with that for now. There's one outbound, okay. Okay. They seem to be doing okay there, guys. Like I said, I have a sneaking suspicion that there's a just a ton of activity under that little sugar water feeder, but I won't know. I really won't know. In fact, if it weren't for the fact that I don't have my veil on me, I don't even have it with me, I'd be tempted to just walk over that jar there. You can actually just pick that jar up, and I'm almost tempted to go over there and just pick that jar up and see what it looks like on the little metal tray underneath it. But anyhow, so that's that. By the way, I've got another feeder coming, and this other feeder takes the place of that jar. That jar is only 1 pint, and by the way, I can actually fit a quart jar on there, so I can fit a jar on there that's double the size. But I got a feeder that's coming that takes the place of one of the frames down inside. Well, let me get my finger over there. Oh man, huge finger. It sits down in the hive there, takes place of one of the frames, and it can hold over a gallon of water, or gallon of sugar water. And I've got one of those on order. It'll be here real shortly. They say that those are actually a better way to feed than this jar. Not to mention, you don't have to replenish it quite as often. So anyhow, but I'm still seeing activity at the entrance there. I'm sure we disturbed them a good little bit with the motion, the move. But we'll see. They're flying in, they're flying out. That's it. They're doing their thing. I'm just, and here's the thing, I've already disturbed them. I've already disturbed them today, guys. So the one thing that I'm really, let's just say, I want to be considerate of is I now don't want to disturb them more. So what they've got is what they've got. I probably won't touch them again for 2 days and just let them settle. So here's another one. He's coming out. Okay. Actually, I say he's coming out. It's definitely a she because all foragers are females. In fact, if you guys want a funny analogy of life, bees are a great example. It's the women that do all the work, and the men are only there to take care of the queen, I think. All of the male bees, by the way, are referred to as drones, and their job is essentially to do nothing, consume food, and keep the queen warm. That's about it. And all of the foragers, all of the worker bees, all of the cleaners, all of the ones that, I can't remember, I think it's all the ones that build comb, all the ones that take care of the hive, are females. So, I don't know what that tells us, but it tells us something, I guess. Hey guys, I want to apologize for the lack of videos. I got to tell you, 2023 has not been good to me as far as, let's just say, life events. The farm's been busy. We've been busy. We've had kids doing God knows what. I had a kid graduate high school this year, and on top of that, my wife and I are foster parents, and let's just say we've been running everywhere. So guys, I'm sorry, but not sorry, if that makes any sense. I can't remember the last time I put a video out, but it's everything I can do just to keep going, guys. I've just got a lot going on, and a lot going on with the farm. So this is just a short little, video with just one topic hitting here. But I hope to hit more topics here in the next couple weeks. So guys, keep your eyes open. Hopefully I'll be dropping more videos soon. Okay? We'll see you later.